One thing to say about the election coming up, which is next week, is that equity traders are very long equities and very long the VIX at the same time. And that's pretty unusual. Traders aren't really well hedged for an unexpected outcome or an unexpected event post-election. So there is a risk that we could see a corrective sell-off post-election or maybe even election night. So you got to be a little bit aware of that. Here's what you need to know before the bell. Yesterday, the market just kind of continues to do its thing. Nothing really exciting or not exciting here at the moment. We're still sitting on a sell signal, and that's limiting upside. Now, again, I got an interesting question yesterday in chat while we were on the air. I didn't get to address it. But the question was, the market was moving up, and it's like, well, didn't Lance say there was a sell signal? Yes, I did. And there is an actual MACD sell signal in place right now. But sell signals don't necessarily mean markets correct. It just means that markets don't go anywhere. And again, what these sell signals tend to suggest is that there's more buyers than sellers, momentum slowing down here a bit. And markets can correct through two manners, which is either a consolidation, which has now been going on for basically about 2 weeks. We haven't gone anywhere in 2 weeks. We had about a 6-week advance, kind of nonstop, and then the market's just kind of gone nowhere for 2 weeks now again. And that's that sell signal. That's that slowing of momentum. So sell signals don't mean that you're going to have a big correction. It can mean it, right? I mean, there's certainly periods where we have a sell signal and you get a decent correction in the markets. But it also means that the markets could just consolidate. Remember, there's always two ways to correct an advance in the market, and that's either a pullback in price or just a consolidation that allows moving averages to catch up to the actual market. And that's what's been going on. The 20-day moving average continues to act as very, very good support for the market. So again, every time we come down and test that 20-day moving average, the market just continues to hold on to that at the moment. We're about halfway through reversing some of the overbought condition as well. So again, this market looks like it's just going to try to flop around. Normally, we kind of get a correction of some sort, kind of an easing of risk going into the actual kind of election, but that really didn't happen this year. We got that correction back earlier in August, and then again, in kind of in late August going into September, we kind of corrected, de-risked portfolios a bit since then. But markets have been rallying up, but this kind of consolidation is also working to reduce equity risk heading into the election. Now, one thing to say about the election coming up, which is next week, is that equity traders are very long equities and very long the VIX at the same time. And that's pretty unusual. Traders aren't really well hedged for an unexpected outcome or an unexpected event post-market. Or post-election. So there is a risk that we could see a corrective sell-off post-election or maybe even election night, etc. So you got to be a little bit aware of that. Now we saw that in 2016. In 2016, when it looked like Trump was going to win, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, Trump's going to win the election." Markets declined like 500 points, like immediately. We were down 500 points and that was overnight during the election process. By the next morning, that decline had completely reversed itself, and the market was up like 500 points by the end of the day. So again, this can shift very quickly overnight, and this is why you want to be a little bit hedged, going into the election. Have a little bit extra cash. I don't know how this thing's going to turn out, and I don't know how the markets are going to respond to it. The markets are very confident in their positioning right now, and that's always worries me. When markets are very confident about anything, it worries me because they tend to be on the wrong side of the boat. So something else happens from the election, you get a correction, we'll see what happens. But again, just kind of be aware that there's a bit of risk here going into the election next week, and so just kind of prepare accordingly for some potentially some increased volatility. Doesn't mean it has to happen, just potentially. All right, that's what you need to know before the bell this morning.